Jade Cargill is worried about Naomi cashing in money in the bank on her in the future. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. In WWE, power can shift in an instant. One match, one betrayal, one briefcase, and right now, the most dominant force in the WWE Women's division, the physically unmatched, seemingly unstoppable Jade Cargill, is beginning to feel something she's never felt before. Fear. Because lurking in the shadows is a woman who's been overlooked, underestimated, and underappreciated for years. A woman with speed, power, charisma, and now, a guaranteed championship opportunity. Her name? Naomi. After shocking the WWE Universe by winning the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase, Naomi has reminded the world that when the time is right, she will strike, and she will not miss. And as Jade Cargill's reign of dominance continues, she's been forced to acknowledge what few others have dared to say. I'm not afraid of anyone, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't watching my back. This is a story of a confident champion learning the meaning of vulnerability. It's a tale of a rising challenger who's been patient, methodical, and hungry for revenge. And it's a dangerous game of psychological warfare that could explode at any moment. In this WWE story breakdown, we dive into Naomi's rise to the top of the ladder at Money in the Bank, Jade's dominant run as champion, and the pressure that comes with it, the subtle signs of tension building backstage, hints that Naomi is targeting Jade specifically, and how this looming threat could destroy Jade's reign, or elevate her to new heights. This isn't just about gold. This is about legacy. Let's take it back to where it all began. Money in the Bank. Naomi wins Money in the Bank. The 2025 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match had the odds stacked against Naomi. She wasn't the favorite. In fact, many fans thought this was Tiffany Stratton or Liv Morgan's night. But when the dust settled, it wasn't the flashiest. It wasn't the most hyped. It was Naomi who climbed that ladder, reached up through the pain, and unhooked the briefcase. The crowd exploded. After years of underutilization, setbacks, and false starts, Naomi had finally claimed her power. Social media exploded. #Glow in the Bank trended for 48 hours straight. In the post-show press conference, Naomi didn't yell. She didn't scream. She simply smiled and said, "I'm back. I'm patient. And I'm dangerous now." It was a chilling statement. One that sent ripples across the women's division. Every champion, Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown, Bianca Belair on Raw, and yes, Jade Cargill on premium live events, was now on high alert. But Jade? She pretended not to flinch. When asked if she feared Naomi's briefcase, Jade chuckled. "Naomi? Please. I've beaten women bigger, faster, stronger. She can dance all she wants. But when it's GO time, I crush threats." Strong words. But deep down, the champion knew Naomi was a different kind of challenge. Because Naomi doesn't need to beat you straight up. She doesn't need to pin you at WrestleMania. She just needs one opening. One moment of fatigue. One celebration gone too long. And in that moment, it's over. The dominance of Jade Cargill. Let's be clear, Jade Cargill is no paper champion. Since officially being crowned the unified women's champion at Clash at the Castle, she's been undefeated in title defenses. She's crushed challengers like Zoe Stark, Piper Niven, and even Charlotte Flair. Her in-ring presence is magnetic. Her strength is terrifying. Her aura? Untouchable. WWE has pushed Jade as a cross-brand, cross-era powerhouse. A blend of Goldberg, Chyna, and Bianca Belair all rolled into one deadly package. But dominance comes at a cost. The more you win, the more everyone wants to be the one to take you down. And no one has more reason, or more opportunity, than Naomi. Recently on Raw, Jade was seen confronting Paul Heyman backstage, asking, "Why haven't they told me when Naomi's cashing in? She's been scouting me. I see it." To which Heyman cryptically replied, "The most dangerous threat is the one who smiles before they strike." Jade didn't respond. She just stared, jaw tight. For the first time, the cracks were showing. Yes, she's still dominant. But that mental edge? Naomi's starting to chip away. The psychological warfare. If Naomi has learned one thing in her WWE journey, it's that timing is everything. And now, with the money in the bank briefcase in hand, Naomi has turned mind games into an art form. She hasn't announced a target. She hasn't chosen a brand. She hasn't even teased a cash-in at a live event. Instead, she's haunting Jade like a specter. At SmackDown, Naomi was seen watching Jade's match from the crowd, smiling, briefcase in hand. At Raw, she passed Jade in the hallway without a word, letting the briefcase tap her shoulder as she walked by. On social media, Naomi posted cryptic messages. Pressure breaks queens. The brightest light casts the darkest shadow. #glow over gold. Jade has responded with thinly veiled frustration. In one Raw segment, she snapped at Kayla Braxton during an interview. "I'm the champion. Why are you asking me about Naomi when she's doing nothing?" But the truth is, Naomi's doing everything. By doing nothing, she's letting Jade spiral. Letting paranoia build. Letting the champion wonder every night, is tonight the night? And in WWE, that mental pressure can be more dangerous than a steel chair. Backstage buzz and locker room whispers. Behind the scenes, WWE insiders are saying the Naomi vs. Jade Cargill feud is the slow burn storyline of the summer. According to reports from Fightful Select, WWE wants Naomi's cash-in to be huge, potentially even at SummerSlam. Creative is split. Some want her to strike immediately, others want a WrestleMania-style slow build. Jade has reportedly been heavily involved in planning the angle and sees Naomi as her most credible threat. One anonymous writer backstage told PW Insider, "Jade doesn't sell fear easily, but with Naomi, she's open to showing more depth, more layers to her character." And that's exactly what we're seeing. This isn't about heel versus face. This is about a confident queen realizing the throne isn't stable anymore. Bianca Belair has hinted on commentary that Jade looks over her shoulder more than ever. Bayley even joked on X. When Jade hears Naomi's music, she flinches. That briefcase anxiety is real. But there's truth in the jokes. Because Jade knows, this is the first time she can't control the fight. She can't prepare for the bell. SummerSlam looms. SummerSlam 2025 is shaping up to be a blockbuster event. And all signs point to one of the most unpredictable moments of the night involving Naomi and her briefcase. Here are the top 3 possible scenarios. 1. Jade defends her title, and Naomi cashes in immediately afterward. Imagine Jade wins a war against Nia Jax or Becky Lynch. She's battered, bruised, and bam, Naomi's music hits. Briefcase handed over. Split-leg moonsault. New champion. 2. Naomi announces her cash-in for SummerSlam, turns it into a main event showdown. This would be bold, confident, unprecedented. But the question remains. Will Naomi cash in tonight? Will she strike at SummerSlam? Or is she waiting for a bigger stage, like WrestleMania? No one knows. And that's the terrifying part for Jade. The champion may still look unstoppable. But inside, she's watching the shadows. Because the glow is coming. And it might just take everything.